you weren't doing then what you're doing now. Like now you go like shooting at the range. And like no, it's different stuff.
Yeah.
That you went
goes into the music.
Yeah, that goes into the music. Is what I'm trying to say. Like me, like I'm doing like the weed thing now. So.
Rolling up.
Yeah, rolling up.
I got my clothes.
You got your clothes. My boy finally fucking put out the logo. Motherfuckers don't know how to react,
So we're moving. We're moving a lot more strategically, and we getting our business together, and life is just our life. I feel like our lives in general are just way better, and I feel like you could hear that.
Yeah, like when you hear the album, like you're gonna be like.
Yo.
Max, what's the turn out on my lifestyle?
Give me a couple
Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower. Let them know that it's the gods out with. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower. To let them know that it's the gods out with. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower. To let them know that it's the gods out with. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower. To let them know that it's the gods out with. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. He wet Prada. The devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour Podcast with your boy Big Cerbavelli, back in the place to be, La Merca Superior, Palace 81. But we actually right now in Palace 95 because you already know what time it fucking is right now.
Yes,
we got
sir.
Special guest Chava Styles in the motherfucking building.
What up?
We live in the Dino, baby.
It's the God's Hour, baby. What we doing?
That's right. And today is a very special episode because we are actually dropping this episode. We doing it a little early, you know what I mean? Homies is busy. So today is actually the release day of A Painter's Palisade, the album with Big Serbs, Chava Style, and JBL. We're gonna get JBL on the line in a little bit, but just to kick it off, man. Like Chava, how you been, bro?
Shit, just grinding. You already know, grind don't stop.
Making shit happen.
Yes, sir. Working, promoting the album. Doing this episode for the album to promote it, so motherfuckers could get in tune with the fly shit.
That's right, man.
That we've been working on.
So like with this album, so if anyone doesn't know, we came out with an album called Picasso and Matisse. This is fucking 2017. And we've done shit after that and like a little before that. And I feel like this album will really separate it'll really give them a better introduction as to like both of our styles, because it's like Picasso and Matisse was like a certified hood classic.
Oh yeah, of course.
And it was like, and it was like, that was when I still said nigga. That was when I was still smoking. That was when I was still doing a whole lot of bullshit. But like, as far as like you, like, how do you feel like you've changed as an artist since then?
Probably changed. I don't want to say a lot, but probably just changed my style, because then it was more like a grimy type of feel, like that, and that type of time of 2017, like of the certain kind of music that was coming out. It was all like grimy shit, so that was the sound we were aiming for then sonically, so obviously the lyrics are going to be different from what they are now, but it's still like the same me, because I'm still doing like my out-of-pocket stuff that I like to do, like
to paint them a better picture. So 2017 was really when the whole Griselda wave was really catching on fire.
That's why I said it had to sound grimy. Grimy.
Well, I mean, I think that was like what we were already kind of going for anyway,
Well, way before that, because we had like tracks from like 2015, maybe 2016 that were already sounding like that.
They were already sounding grimy.
And I had maybe like 2 tracks, the Thickest Thieves joint that I had with my boy Andrew.
That's a hard song.
So like I was already on that type of stilo, but it was just finding the right production, I guess you could say, you know.
And at that time, we didn't even have no go-to producers.
No, we didn't.
Like, that's when I barely had found NC.
Shout out to NC.
Shout out to NC.
Yeah, shout out to NC.
Float Lucid, wherever you are.
Wherever you are, man. Dog. Fucking hope everything is good, bro. You know, fucking.
We need you again. We need you back,
bro.
We need you back on making not even beats for us, just
Medusa
like in
Tears
general.
was a classic, bro. And I just recorded a song for one of your beats, bro, that you shot me from years ago. And just, bro, wherever you are, I hope you're doing good, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy how in the game, man, like the game moves and you don't even know where somebody's gonna be a year from now, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah, man.
And we've been making music just together for literally like almost like 10 years.
Yeah, you could say, 9-10 years.
I mean, it might not have been like constant straight, like we were dropping albums like all the time, but it's like when you consistently make music together with an artist, it's kind of like, I've seen it just from my perspective, it's kind of like, wow, bro, we've really like dialed in, and you could tell like we're figuring the sound out.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know,
that's just I think we had a different ear
back then.
Yeah, even now, like obviously coming where we're coming from, you know, like nobody sonically has a good ear for like beats, you know, like it's mainly like you know, obviously we're on the West Coast, you know, people are gonna want to hear gangster rap, you know, shit like that, and
they want that street talk.
Yeah, you know. And I mean, we could bring the same thing, but that's only if you're really willing to listen, you know, and if you pay attention to what we're saying, you know, like we're gonna give it to you, but just in another way where it's not all recycled, you know, like we're coming with our own way with it and our own different perspective. And, you know, like I have a different perspective, you have a different perspective, you know. And then when it comes together, it just it meshes well, you know. So.
Yeah, some artists is kind of like, you'll hear their styles together and you'll be like, why are these fools even doing a song? Like, you know what I mean? Like some people I don't even want to say names, but it's just more so like, we don't have to do songs with other people. I think that's what it is with other artists. They're so ready to jump and do other music with other artists just because it's like, oh, you know what'll sound cool?
Yeah, I mean, I have my, you know, like certain people that I still do music with, you know, like shout out to, you know, Mufasa, you know, always.
He's another one that needs to come back to music.
Yeah, bro. He's always gonna have a spot, you know, with me, whether it's a verse, a whole fucking just song for him, you know, a hook. Like I'm always gonna have something for him. Like it doesn't.
That's a little different though, just because like for me that's fam, and for you that's like y'all grew up together.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying? Yeah.
But like I'm more so talking about like the people that just like, I don't know what it is. Like I don't feel the need to make like, I meet so many other fools, whether it be shows. Shout out to all the homies out there. I don't feel like I need to do a song with you, bro.
I mean, if I do a song, it'll be with a producer, you know. Exactly.
It's more so like I fuck with this fool's beats.
Yeah, you know.
And like we'll get some shit cracking.
Yeah, a producer always inspires me more than an artist will, because producers never get as much credit as the rappers do.
And that's with all due respect.
You know.
Like you have your own lane that you want to go for, whatever, rap, whatever, however you want to define your sound, you go ahead and do that. But we have our own vision.
Oh yeah, of course.
And you know, not that maybe some fools don't fit in with our vision, but it's more so like we all have a different idea of how we want our music to sound like. And if you just so happen to not fit, then that's just what it is, bro. It's no hard feelings, just more so like.
I don't know. I just say we stand out because, one, we're like super East Coast inspired, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We got West Coast sauce with a East Coast stilo, you know.
Yeah. So
you mesh that together and you don't know what the fuck you're gonna get, but you know, like with us, we already know what we're like aiming at as far as the sound goes, and
I think the closest,
you know, like what we're gonna talk about on the song, and
the closest thing I feel like we could other listeners, I just almost smacked the shit out of myself with the mic. The closest thing that I think other listeners could kind of like they sound like would be like maybe your Psycho Realms, Cypress Hill. Only them two, because they're West Coast, they're Chicano, but they have like that East Coast sound.
Yeah, but their crowd is more for like it is, you know, it is good music, but like as far as like the lyrics and all that go, it's more like obviously things were not as lyrical wise, weren't complicated as they are now, you know, like now you really got to be talking that talk, you know, like then you could just say something simple. Like I feel like when they were coming up, it was just like, you know, weed and party songs, which is dope, you know, and everyone who doesn't like to fucking smoke, you know,
or party,
you know. But I feel like as far as like if we compare ourselves to them, which we really can, but I'm just saying like sonic wise, like music wise, it's just not the same. Like we sound way different. Like we're like a whole new different generation of Mexican rap, you know.
We're
like,
literally the first generation to represent us, and we're gonna be the cornerstone of the rest of the blocks of artists to come after us. Because no one's doing it like us. We go to shows, we perform, and nobody has the same, has our flavor, our sound, our lingo, none of that.
Not only that, they're not performing pure instrumental. they got the whole track playing in the back, you know, and that's what separates us too, as far as like everything else goes for us musically, you know. So
I mean, even besides that, it's just more so like I feel, even if you could do whatever, bro, you could rap over your lyrics or whatever, that still don't get around the fact that like some artists, and this is no diss to nobody, some artists are still trying to be on that Chicano, the old school Chicano rap, or some people they're trying to stick to the boom bap shit, and I completely understand it, but it's just like I feel like a lot of artists, they want to put themselves in a lane just so people could be like, oh, he's in that lane, like, oh, he's fired because he's boom bap. But when they listen to our shit, it's always like, oh, this shit different, this is unique here.
I don't think you could label it
our
music, you know. You could just I don't know, I mean, I feel like our music is just like melodic and it's smooth, you know. Like if you want to like listen to some fly good shit, you know, you're at the beach with a shorty or something, you know, like you'll fucking throw that shit on, you know, because there ain't nothing but smooth samples on the album, you know, that we're
a Painter's Palisade is really Palisade. Like it's really one of them albums that it lives on its own, because I feel like we both have songs like this on our own, but the way we just came together. And shout out the homie JBL, bro.
Yeah, shout out Jay.
He really like put the backbone of the album together, and we just put all the skeleton parts, and we made some Frankenstein shit, bro.
No, hell yeah, bro. Shout out to bro. If it wasn't for Jay, I probably wouldn't be rapping right now. So
why do you say that though? Like you just
shout out to Jay.
Shout out to Jay, but you say that because why? Like you feel like shit got stale, or
I'm gonna be honest. I would get beats sent to me and they just wouldn't hit, you know, and like
you wasn't really feeling them like that.
And like prior to when I met Jay, I already had like tracks to like where I was aiming for the fly shit, you know, like on SoundCloud, like the Big of Ellie season song I got, and then the Talk Slick with a Passion with the Pimp C cover on it, produced by Jaylavision, you know. So I was already aiming towards that sound, but it was hard to come across a producer who was like consistently giving you packs of like fly shit, you know. So when you came, you know, fucking started playing Jay's beats, you know, you introduced me to Jay, you know, and then you would just play beats, so we were just listening for the album, you know, to see what we're gonna rap on. And
Well, we didn't even know it was gonna be the whole album was gonna be produced by Jay.
It just happened organically.
It happened. Like
Yeah.
you felt you like.
Yeah.
I think you even said, "Oh, I could do a whole album with this fool's beats."
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then it just happened like that. I think because my whole thing was I didn't want to do what we did with Picasso and Batiste because that album took like a half a year and some change to make.
Yeah.
Because I was just going like, and like a lot of them producers didn't even like that I took their beat, but it's like, fuck you, dude. Like if you're gonna post them on SoundCloud and not think no one's gonna rap over your beat, like you're crazy, bro. Like you should be, and you know, and I'm not trying to like judge nobody or say what you should or shouldn't do, but you should be happy that someone's like trying to work with your production. Like if not, like you're not knowledge, bro. Like I don't, and even with knowledge,
I feel like it's more like a compliment if we try to rap over it, better than that shit just being left alone.
Yeah, like
because then it's just like, damn, nobody really wants to rap over my shit, you know.
Exactly.
I mean, as a producer, I don't know, I don't produce, so I don't know how that would feel, you know. I probably have my little knacks where I throw my, you know, 2 cents in there, but like, you know, like for a producer, I don't know how a producer would feel like if they just see a beat sitting there and like nobody, and they think that beat is ill and they're thinking like, damn, how come no one wants to rap over it, you know? I feel like it should be. I understand where they're coming from, though. You know, I don't knock them trying to get paid for it. So,
me personally, as long as you credit me, that's cool, bro. Just don't try to publish my shit without my permission, because then we're gonna have problems. Like, you just get your business right. To all the artists out there, get your business right, bro. Like, we didn't even publish Picasso and Matisse, bro.
No. That was a SoundCloud drop.
It was a SoundCloud drop. It was like a classic. You know what I mean? Like, all the homies was bumping that shit, and it was like such a fucking headache to make that album because I would literally spend hours finding beats. You know what I mean? If I found 10 beats that I like, Chava would be like, nah. Maybe sometimes be like, nah, I'm not feeling any one of those. And I'm like, well, fuck. Now I got to spend a whole nother week.
That's another reason we got to shout out Jay, because I'm real fucking picky. And with Jay, is just like
he sent like a pack of 6 beats and we picked 2 of them.
There's like he's throwing the bullseye on the dart every fucking time.
Every pack.
It's crazy. His outros, fucking amazing.
That's the sick
Best
part.
Outros I've fucking heard in a long time.
Every beat comes with like either an intro or an outro.
But for people that live for the, you know, the melodies, the singing at the end, listen to a fucking JBL.
Jay got it on lock, bro.
Listen to JBL. Do yourself a favor and listen to JBL.
You might learn something. What is it? Yeah, before we call him up and shit, yeah. How do you feel about Jay versus like other producers?
He's in his own bag. You can't. I feel like he's like you know, if I want to compare him to anybody as far as like his sound, you know, like I feel like it's just being like a producer, like consistently, like constantly putting out fire. Like he's like probably the Apollo Brown of where he's from, you know, like
the Apollo Brown of fly shit.
Yeah, that's Jay, because Apollo Brown is consistent. He brings the best out of artists, and I feel like that's what Jay did when he shot us those beats, you know. Like if it wasn't for Jay, like I probably wouldn't even feel like rapping like that, like rapping, you know. Like I did the Family Man / Mac, you know, over your shit, you know, and it's like I said, I'm picky with beats, so like if it's not you, Jay, or like anyone that I'm working with, like right now, you know,
Eastside G's,
you know, or yeah, shout out the homie Eastside G's, you know, from Jersey. If it ain't like anyone close like that, then, or like, you know, Historian, you know, shout out to Historian too. If it ain't anyone that like I've already worked with in the past,
NC,
yeah, shout out NC, shout out Indiana, you know, fucking. If it's not anyone that we haven't worked with already, then it's gonna be hard for me to be like, you know, like. Because it's for us as rappers, it's a hassle too to have to sit there and listen and think like, all right, which one is good, and to find a beat we both agree on. Like you said, there were beats that you would play and I wouldn't feel any of them, you know. But that's because I wanted to sound good, you know.
Yeah.
Like I want to give people, like, I feel like this album I don't feel like it has skips. I don't want to sound biased, but I feel like if you listen to it in order, like the whole thing is fucking like it's beautiful.
It's fucking
That shit
tight.
is, but Jay's like, you know, like the Apollo Brown of where he's from,
South
man.
Carolina.
Yes, sir. Jay, shout
Myrtle
out.
Beach.
Yes, Jay's fucking ill. There's a reason why his name's JBL.
LBJ.
Cause Jay is ill.
That shit. His beats are. I'll never forget. Historian put me on him. And shout out Historian, man. He's getting help, right? Is that what?
Yeah, he's getting help. You know, hopefully he comes back good. You know, and he fucking reaches out to us, bro. Cause obviously we can't get a hold of him, but
Yeah.
you know,
It's we're gonna just fucking hit this and we're gonna slide off to next. But like, you know, Historian, for those who don't know, he developed schizophrenia shortly after the pandemic, and literally when I started making, so if anyone doesn't know, the whole concept behind A Painter's Paradise was me, Jay, and Historian. The reason why Historian only had like 2 beats on there was because in the very beginning, Historian still was making dope shit. This is like June of 2023. By the time it was September of that year, he was making some weird beats. Like, and not to be disrespectful, but they just weren't like Historian type beats, you know? And that's not knocking him. That's not to be disrespectful. It's just kind of like, when your mind, you know what I mean? Like, his mind is literally in like a different place. And in my opinion, I don't think we're ever gonna get the Historian that was making beats before, but that's fine. I feel like Historian, he's done so much already. He's worked with Rome Streets, Al Divino, fucking Sleep Sinatra, SD Nag. Like, he's already
Smooth.
had Smooth, exactly. So he's already done the God Fahim. He's done enough in his career where it's like,
and he's still young.
And he's still young as fuck. That's the crazy shit.
I feel like he could still bounce back, bro. He just needs to be around the
right people,
the right energy,
and the right energy.
I feel like that's all it takes, because that's what helped me. You know, like fast forward 7 years from Picasso and Matisse. You know, we're doing Painter's Palisade, like,
and that goes back to that was the 3 of us, and then you know, making the album with me, Chava, and Jay. It was like, well, there's another 3 artists. You know, I forgot what I want. I had a bunch of names that, you know, I was thinking about what we're going to use, but A Painter's Palisade just sounds sick. Like, you know, it's like the Palisades, it just sounds fly. It sounds grand. It sounds, you know what I mean? And for, you know, A Painter's Palisade, you know, it ain't everybody's Palisade. It's for those that are on that fly shit that know how to come up with the sick, you know, paintings. And that's how, you know, and then it's also like Picasso and Matisse. They were painters. So there's a lot of, when it comes to like my ideas specifically, I there's always a rhyme for the reason, a reason for the rhyme. Where did I want to go? Where were you at mentally, like, in the album?
For this one?
Yeah, because we knocked it out in like 5 sessions, but like, where were you like at in life mentally while we were making this album?
Well, shit, I was on a bounce back, you know. So, like, I had just.
That's how you feel?
Yeah, I was literally on a bounce back. I had lost my job, lost my car.
Fuck.
You know, like, I was in a rough patch, and I didn't really want to like make music like that, you know, because like musically nothing was inspiring either, you know. So I kind of like just took a break just to live a little bit, you know, like, and then I came, you know, like, we reconnected, and I started like I already had songs ready to record, and I had the songs that I had recorded previously, and they're like on SoundCloud, you know. But like then, you know, I was like more sharper then when we were like younger, you know. But then this whole thing happened, and this shit came, and then like the
kind of put you off your square,
like Jay, like the beats, and
it brought you back to where you needed to be.
Yeah, like it's crazy. I mean, a lot of people don't get inspired by like life and instrumentals, but I do, you know. So
Well, I feel like with the Family Man / Mac, I feel like that was where we really got you back to where you needed, because you was dumping on the whole fucking album. I'll call it an album just because, like, you know, like I don't think I broke it down. We didn't even do a podcast like to break down that EP, but it was like I didn't even know he like rhymed over like the whole half of the first tape, the whole first half of the tape, and when he sent it to me. Like he just kept rhyming, and he kept rhyming and rhyming the first beat, second beat, third beat. I'm like, dog, you rhymed over like half the shit, bro. And like it was so sick and so refreshing, because who the fuck is doing that? Everyone that's doing EP, it's like 4 songs and they might be different or yada yada. Ain't nobody really giving, like, we're all bleeds into each other, and it's like less of an EP and more like a fucking freestyle, bro. Cause
yeah,
you're like,
you could say that.
Cause you're literally rhyming for like, what is it, like 3 minutes or 4 minutes straight on
yeah, 4 minutes straight.
That's crazy, bro. So that goes into a Painter's Palisade.
Yeah, I carried that energy into, you know, like Painter's Palisade, because obviously the beats were like a little different, you know, but it's like it's not just me thinking, you know, it's you having your thoughts on it too. So like we would hear a beat and it's like, all right, when you hear this beat, what do you think of, you know? Or like, I'll write a couple lines down, or you'll write a couple lines down first, and like, all right, let me hear what you got, and then
or a lot of the times I had the hook,
you know. Yeah,
I already had the hook.
I'll go off of you go off of me. Yeah, the ones, yeah, like High Times,
Luna Nueva,
Ride In, Luna Nueva, I want to say Quarterbags. What else? I don't think Out of My Control.
Grind for Respect.
Grind for My Respect. Everlasting. The very first
Ride In.
Yeah, I said Ride In. What other one? I think that's it.
We should have had the track list pulled up.
We remember it pretty good. But other than that, we had like 2 hooks. Painter's Palisade, the actual name of the track, but we did different hooks.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's in the name, Painter's Palisade.
But then those were on the spot, you know, so that's a little different.
Yeah, you know, it's very interesting, because with our last album, it was kind of like it was weird, because these albums live on their own. Like PNM was like different producers. Fucking Diesel's on that album. My cousin. Is that it, or why do I feel like we had Flash? Flash was on.
Yeah, Flash. Shout out Flash.
Shout out to Flash. He's another one too, bro. Where's Flash at, bro?
Shit, I know he's grinding, laying low,
wearing polo, rocking low, bro.
Yes, sir. Salute to Flash, man.
Salute to Flash's Clayton, bro. What are some of your favorite lines, verses on the album?
I obviously already told you my favorite song on the album, you know. So
Everlasting?
No, Luna Nueva.
Okay. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, that one from when the beat drops, the hook, your verse, my verse, back to the hook. The outro is my favorite one of the whole album, man. That fucking outro is like, I mean, I don't want to say I listen to the song for the outro, but the song that, you know, for me, it's in order. If I had to go in order, Luna Nueva for me first, High Times, Ride In. I'm gonna go Out of My Control fourth. Flying Birds. What else? Let me see.
Yeah, Luna Nueva is probably like.
Yeah, it's just
favorite song.
I just think cause that, I don't know, that beat, it did, like, you know, when I heard it, when you played it, I was like, ooh, you know, I was ready to write to it already, you know. So when those beats get me like antsy like that, like ready, like all jittery, like
you already know what time it is.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, this is the one we have to, like, but it didn't turn out just to be that one, because we have High Times, Right In,
Quarterbags.
You know, if you really listen to it, a lot of them are bangers, man. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not even trying to sound biased, but I feel like if we're comparing like this to like Picasso and Matisse, like
It's night and day.
like this is a whole new like
Everything.
yeah, everything is new. Like you're not like whatever like I was saying then, I probably might say a few things then, you know, but like it's not the same. Like it's not gonna sound sonically the same. Like this is different. This is me older, you know. Like I was like pretty young when I made Picasso and Matisse. You were too, you know.
Oh
so,
yeah, I was a lot younger. That was when I was still doing dumb shit.
you know. So like I feel like that's why I feel like this one, you know, we're older. You know, we obviously went through things
Experience,
that
life.
made us think wiser and shit. You know, like made us get our shit together and you know like. And sure enough, like, you know, we reconnected.
You can hear that. You can hear that in the album.
Yeah, you know, we reconnected and it's like a lot of the sessions, like 2 or 3 of the sessions felt like if it was like from one of those sessions from like back in the day, you know, like where we were just locked in, like knocking out 3-4 songs, recording 3-4 songs a day.
Well, I feel like we didn't even do that before. Like I feel like we would link up more often, but we would only do like 1 or 2 songs.
Well, yeah, because you got to think about it. We were younger, you know. You were
had more time. I wasn't working.
You were still, you know, you were smoking then. You know,
I didn't have a job.
We had a Fossa there, you know, and it was always the 3 of us chilling, you know.
3 amigos.
And
whether we were recording at my crib or here or fucking
but I was gonna say whether we were recording Picasso and Matisse or Fossa 795 EP
Bridge City Music
or the you know the
well you weren't really around for the 795
you know.
Sessions. I don't think you were there for because we did all that in Pomona. We did all those in the garage. You might have slid through maybe one time, but pretty much Hands of Time, Scattered Pieces, Bridge City Music, and Picasso and Matisse we were all together during those albums because that album was like a year.
For the ladies,
yeah, you were there too for those sessions.
So you know, it wasn't just me and you. Like it was
the 3 of us.
Yeah, like it was all of us feeding off of each other. You know, and obviously things were different then. You know, it was different music, different times. You know, and like
life was just different in general for the 3 of us.
Yeah, because you know, like now I grew up and I don't just. Obviously, I don't listen to just rap, but, you know, like, now it's, like, I get inspired by, like, different music, you know? It doesn't have to be rap. It could be R&B, funk, indie rock for me, you know? Like, alternative. Like, I don't feel like if you could, like, go and listen to other genres, then you're just going to be stuck in that same...
In the rap mode.
Yeah, you know? Like, I want to say, like, the people that listen to you, they're going to want to hear something different from you, at least. So, like, you know, like, it's like on the album, Grind for Respect is the song that stands out the most out of all of them because that's supposed to be, like, our grimy song, you know? So, and, like, how you were saying earlier, like, how we should have had, like, boom bap in it or, like...
Faster beats.
Yeah, you know, like, it's, like, for us... We felt comfortable going with it like this. If you've been listening to us, you would know that we did stuff like that already. You know, so for us, it's like it doesn't hurt to bring back the old sound. It never hurts, you know. But I feel like for us, like we had to grow from that. We had to go like obviously it's still loops, but it's a whole different sound. You know, like it's not the same how it was then. Because then we were looking for grimy loops, you know, and like you know, it was like a whole different inspiration, you know, because like then you weren't doing then what you're doing now, you know, like now you go like shooting at the range, you know, and like no, you know, it's different stuff, that you
goes into the music.
That goes into the music is what I'm trying to say. Like me, you know, like I'm doing like the weed thing now, you know, so
rolling up.
I
got my clothes.
You know, you know, you got your clothes. You know, my boy finally fucking put out the logo. Motherfuckers don't know how to react, you know.
So we're moving a lot more strategically, and we getting our business together, and and life is just our life. I feel like our lives in general are just way better, and I feel like you could hear that.
Yeah, like when you hear the album, like you're gonna be like, all right, like you're gonna feel it. Like if you go listen to that shit on the beach, go smoke a joint, go look at the waves crash,
chill with your girl, watch
you know,
the sunset.
yeah, you know, like, bro, you listen to that album, you're gonna be like, oh damn, like this gives me that kind of feel, you know, like we're trying to give you that feel, like if you're in a fly shit, you know, like you're in a palace, you know, like full of dope paintings, and you know, you're just around a bunch of fly motherfuckers. You know, you're just around a bunch of fly people, you know, like good vibes in the air, you know, like shit is looking good, you know, like I don't know. I feel like some people they don't like to get different music. I don't know. I feel like we're giving them something different compared to what we used to do.
I'd rather be different and have people say like it sounds different than be the same and as some other shit out there, and people be like, oh, this is dope. No, it's not dope to do what everyone else does.
No, well, like, cause look, here's how I look at Painter's Palisade compared to anything that gets put out here where we're from, Inland Empire wise, you know. I don't feel like nobody's going in like the direction that we're going with it, as far as like what we're talking about, and you know, appearance, and fucking just having like the sound. Just having the sound for dope shit, bro. Because it's like a lot of the shit that gets praised around here, it's like popularity music, you know? And it's like people are rocking with it just because like they feel like that's what should be cool. But for the real heads,
like if they say that's dope, then they'll fucking feel accepted. Like, oh, is everyone saying it's dope? We're all saying it's dope, right? Like,
exactly. You know, we're not looking for the approval. We're just more like, we're gonna throw this shit in your face, and you're gonna listen to it whether you like it or not. You know,
and if you don't fuck with it, fuck it. Like,
you know, like that's how I feel. Like I feel like you can't compare us to nobody as far as like the Inland Empire goes. You know, maybe like East Coast, or like maybe we sound like somebody over there. Like that's cool, you know. But as far as we don't sound like nobody here, you know, like I feel like as we just sound like ourselves here, like there's really no comparing it, because
there's no comparison, because you're combining, like, as it is, the two of us, we have totally different fucking sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Jay, he got his own sound, so when the three of us combine together, it's literally like, I don't know, like if you got Picasso and Matisse and Dali together or some shit. Like fucking Saber, Revoke, and fucking GK, bro. Like for all my graph heads out there. Let me get Jay on the line, man. We're gonna call Jay up, and we're gonna talk about this shit right here. Cause, you know, I wish I would have had, you know, I'm not technologically advanced with the fucking podcast, but until then, we just gonna get Jay on the phone. We gonna rock it like this. You dig?
Yo.
Yo.
What's
going on, Jay?
What's good?
You are live right now with the God's Hour podcast. I'm right here with Chava STYLEZ, bro, and we talking about the album.
Hey, that's what's up. Let's go.
So, what's your favorite song on the album?
Like top one song, not songs.
I mean, just like off the top, what are you bumping right now?
Which one stands out to you the most?
Everlasting.
Ooh.
Everlasting. That's the first track, right? We put that as the first track.
It's kind of hard to say, because I'm fighting between Everlasting. It's like three that I'm fighting against. It's Everlasting, Out of My Control, and Riding. Those are the three that I really fuck with.
And we shot a video for Riding, so for anybody who's wondering, we'll probably I'll probably have either Raiden will probably be out before, because I want to say I'm already locked and loaded for. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Maybe Raiden will come out either before or after. But today, because this will drop on the day we drop the album on the 18th. So of August. So you know what I mean. I wish you would have been here with us, man, because that shit would have been the trifecta would have been completed.
Yeah, me too. I wish I could have been there for sure.
But I mean, that just goes to show you, bro. Like, we're in the era where like people say like social media is like bad or whatever, and a lot of in some cases it is, but like, you know, we linked up
good too, you know.
Yeah, we linked up with you and we got an album done, and we're like literally a whole coast apart from each other.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we got like pretty much 2 projects together. You know, aside from, you know, A Painter's Paradise, you know, now we got this other one, you know what I mean? We locked and loaded always, you know, cooking.
And with the Painter's Palisade, was it like where were you at, like as far as production wise? Because I know some of them beats, they were older, but when you were producing for this album, like where were you at in life or like mentally?
Life was good, you know, if I'm being completely honest with you.
It sounds like
beats, yeah, life was really good, man. I was coasting a lot, you know, between, you know, being in college and, you know, just being by the beach and, you know, going out and, you know, meeting new people and, you know, just enjoying life. So, you know, I made, and it's funny because a lot of those beats, you know, aren't new, you know, so it wasn't like I was cooking specifically for this album. Like, a lot of those beats that's on the project, some of them were made in like 2022, 2023. Like, I'll just give a few examples. Like beats like Riding. I think Riding was made earlier than that, actually. Riding was made in 2021, actually. And then, you know, Out of My Control, High Times, those were made in 2022. So it was like different periods, you know. And it was really just about trying to find, because I know what we did with A Painter's Paradise. You know, I know we had some ethereal beats on there. We had some, you know, we had maybe like one grimy one on there. So it was like, I was trying to kind of go for that same vibe, but I wanted to kind of turn it up a notch, you know? So with this, and some of these beats, like, I'll be honest, like beats like Flying Birds, like the joint that I did on Flying Birds, some of the beats that I sent, I was like, and it goes back to what I always say about, you know, the producer and rapper aspect of it. It's like, you know, some of the beats I'm like, I don't know about some of these. Like, these are dope, but, you know, I don't know if, you know, it's kind of like a give or take, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I may not be feeling it, or I may not think it fits, you know, or I may not think or, you know, I may not think it's rappable. But then I send it to, you know, somebody like you guys, and you guys just completely, like, you know, give it a whole new meaning. And I'm just like, okay, you know, I did score with this. Because, you know, sometimes that doubt's there. So, yeah, Flying Birds was definitely one of those tracks. Like, the beat was fire, but I was like, you know, I don't know. Like, I like to take chances sometimes because, you know, I think that's what it's all about. Because I know they say, like, you know, producers, you may think a beat's trash or whatever, you know, but, you know, you send it to somebody and, you know, they may be exactly what they're looking for. So, yeah, it was really just, you know, sending all types of stuff, you know, trying to dig all through. That's why I said a lot of those beats, you know, aren't new. A lot of those beats were made in different time periods, but it was really just about, and I'm very picky with what I select when I'm sending beats. So I'm like, you know, I don't just send whatever, because I got a lot of beats that are like, you know, that's cool, but, you know, and some beats I'm like, no, these right here, I know they're gonna fuck with these, and some are questionable, but I'm like, no, let me send these anyway, you know, type shit, because there might be something there, you know.
Was that song, was Tropical Birds the main beat, you were like, oh, what? Like out of all the beats, like these fools picked that one.
It was Flying Bird. It was 2 tracks actually. Yeah, it was Flying Birds, and then it was the actual title track, Painter's Palisade. Those I was kind of like, maybe, but it was, I just wanted to see what happened with those. I'm like, they're rappable, but like I said, it's give or take. It's a give or take thing. I'm like, I'll just see, how they feel, type shit.
Chava, do you remember if Tropical Birds was the one beat where I was like, you really picked this beat?
The Flying Birds?
Yeah. Was that the one where I was like,
yeah.
Like, I was like,
yeah.
It's so funny.
That's when I said we got to be different. We gotta change it up at least a little bit, like the pace, as far as the pace went.
But do you remember me being like,
you didn't want to do it, but I felt like it would go good, like. Like it takes.
Not that I didn't want to do it. It's just I was like I would like because I was looking because at that point we were almost done with the album. So I was like, we need another quarterbacks. We need another ride-in. We need, and you were like, nah, we need something different.
Yeah, Flying Birds. I feel like it gives me like a West Coast kind of feel. That's why I wanted it on there.
And then when I went double time on this shit,
yeah, even better.
Or like the triplet,
because I started it off a slow pace.
I noticed that. Did that with another track too. I think it was Serby Andretti meets Chava Maxwell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. That I picked that one too.
Ride the Storm Mario Speedwagon.
Yeah.
I'm fucking up the pack. The G sandwich keep hems.
That one was a funny one because that beat is like nighttime breezy type of shit, like looking at the moon, and then you guys I didn't expect that. So it kind of caught me by surprise when you guys were doing the triplet flows and shit. I think, was like, oh shit.
I picked that one too.
I think it's funny too. Chava picked that one. Which one did I pick?
The ones you had the hooks for already.
No. There was another one I was rapping really fast. Is that the second one?
That's
I picked that one.
It's super fast.
Hold on. I think I know which one y'all.
It's the second one. I don't know if you need to pull up your phone, but fuck. No, is it Serby Andretti?
Yeah, that's the one he's talking about.
That's the one I picked.
No, that's the one I picked because they had the Max B sample at the end.
Oh fuck! God damn it, dude! Are you sure? There was a beat
I want to say it's the second to last track, maybe.
Dog. You gotta pull them up.
Hold on, real quick.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
I think it's I think I remember what the beat.
Walking Bucket.
Yeah.
Fuck, how does Walking Bucket go?
It was that one. It goes.
I don't even remember, bruh. They're like, this fool Serbs don't even know his own shit.
It goes.
I remember what the sample.
I
remember what the loop was.
I know what it sounds like.
Oh my god, the three of us don't even know.
No, I know what it sounds like, but I'm not about to hum it out.
Which one he's talking about? I'm just.
You don't remember what you said on that shit?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Skinny Cat, Kevin Durant with the raps. I'm a walking bucket. Duffel bags for the ducats.
Oh, that's the one I picked. Yeah.
Fuck the cop. I treat him like a hoe. I'm never cuffing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Serby Andretti you did pick, but that's the one where I'm like click clacking.
Yeah.
Ride the Storm Mario Speedwagon.
Yeah. Walking bucket is the one you picked.
And Serby Andretti meets Chava Maxwell. How did that one go?
That one?
Yeah.
The click clacking.
Okay, we're totally confused over here.
No, you're confused. I know how your verse goes. Click clacking is Serby.
That's Serby.
Yes,
Serby
bro. Walking bucket is the one that you picked. That's a whole nother beat. I just don't know how your verse goes, but I know it's not that verse that you think it is.
Fuck. So I'm fucked up about it. Okay, well we got that out of the way. Okay, so like what? Did we say what your favorite beat was on that album?
My favorite beat?
Favorite beat, favorite song.
Okay, see that one's tough. Because there's so much good beats on there. Like Operation, for example,
Operation Get the Money. Oh my god, that's like one of my favorite songs.
That's what I'm saying. So it's really hard to, like I said, we got Out of Control, Riding, High Times, Quarterbacks. It's
I'm surprised you like that one, honestly.
What, quarterbacks?
No, the last song.
Operation Get the Money.
Yeah.
Oh, Operation Get the Money?
Yeah.
That's your favorite song or your favorite beat?
No,
I'm just surprised that.
examples. I'm still trying to figure out what my favorite beat
Oh,
is because
okay.
there's so many good beats on this project. So, damn.
For me, it's probably Luna Nueva.
Luna Nueva?
Yeah, that's
That
probably
was
like my favorite.
hard,
Like
yeah.
everything, like posted on the block, boo the bag, like just like you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give it to Out of My Control.
I like that one too, bro. I feel like that's my R&B
Yeah.
joint right there for some reason.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Out of My Control is really that's a great one. Like
Makes me feel like Teddy Pendergrass.
So I guess my favorite beat would have to be that one.
Out of My Control.
Yeah, but like I said, I was struggling because there's so many good beats on this. So it's like, you know, it's hard. But I guess if I had to choose one, it would definitely be Out of My Control.
I was telling Chava,
That's a solid pick.
I was telling him, you know, we literally picked the cream of the crop because for fucking Chava to like a beat, it has to be like fucking, you know what I mean? If I think it's fire, he has to think it's like super fire, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we literally picked the best of the best and roll with that.
And see, I guess that's why it was difficult because y'all picked some of the beats y'all picked exactly what I thought y'all was gonna pick. Like the Serbian Andretti beat, I knew y'all was gonna pick that one. It's like a gut feeling almost. I knew y'all was gonna pick Ride and Everlasting. Basically all the beats, but the only questionable ones on this were a Painter's Palisade and Flying Birds. But other than that, all the rest of the beats, I was like, nah, they definitely gonna fuck with these. Like these are just too fire to pass up.
You know what? I finally Walking Buckets Somewhere I was like fifth pop, keeping them in the flip block. I fucking
Yeah.
God damn it, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Fifth
yeah.
drop. I fucking that line.
I listen to all the tracks as they come.
This
so,
you never had man. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm not even about to because I
All
don't
I
even
wanna
remember that
say
shit.
is what's the dealie though.
Yeah, Philly roll, more cheese stack, and run my business up, Billy yo.
Yeah, come
If you don't
on.
want to listen to the music, you ain't optimistic. I ain't tripping, pippin' cash, catalytic, I'm the catalytic. Killer be killed for the Skrilla. Mona Miller, fill a pop, the crushed up Niller. Yeah.
Yeah, some crazy.
I'm laughing because like I can't even remember. Bruh, I record so much music. Like I don't want anybody out there thinking like I'm fucking going through like whatever.
8 Mile moment.
Yeah, like no, bro. I write so much music that like it gets lost. Everything gets lost, and like you know when you like put something in your drawer and you're like, fuck, I knew I put it here.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is this shit at? That's what it
Where
is.
the fuck is it?
And then later on, you're like, oh shit, it's right, it's under my third shirt, and or
Yeah.
whatever that spot. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
fun shit. That shit's annoying as fuck, though.
That's all it is, bro. Cause literally, I recorded Greenlight 4 right after, or like right in the middle of this album.
Oh damn.
And then I've been,
Word.
and then I've been recording more shit. So it's kind of like this
I
shit
can
just
see
gets.
how you would forget. If you're recording a lot of damn music, I can see how you forget.
Yeah, bro, cause I recorded an album and it's done. It's on to the next one, bro. Like I'm not
Yeah.
even, this is one of those albums where I go back to and I'm like, fuck, fool, like this shit is crazy, bro.
Type shit. Okay. Exactly.
And I think it's so refreshing because I feel like there's so many albums where it's like played out to me. Like I hear it a million times, you know what I mean? Like especially my solo albums where it's all me,
Yeah, it'd be like that.
But with Chava and shit, I'm like, oh, like I love a lot of the lines that he has and shit, whether it be, it's not on this album, but like, they calling me Hollywood, but I ain't even make it.
Southside,
That's
legendary
Legendary
Thuggin'.
Thuggin'.
Yeah.
That's off of Greenlight 4. Or with this one, it's kind of more like, I don't know. I can't even think about no shit. But it's just, yeah, you'll have lines like that where I'm just like, you know, I'll listen to it and I want to get to that line. You know what I mean? Because it hits for me, and it's just different.
Straight different.
Yeah, but is there anything you want to say, Jay, before we let you go and shit about the album or anything like that?
All I gotta say about the album is that niggas ain't ready. This shit about to be a hood classic.
Certified hood classic.
Okay, we ain't fuck around with this one. Like between production, you and Chava, I definitely say we got a classic on our hands.
For sure, a Gangsta Grizzle album for sure.
Gangsta Greasy.
Gangsta Grizzle.
For sure, one of those.
Shout out to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all for just being dope and being yourselves. And I'm happy to, you know, I'm always happy to assist in whatever y'all got going on. So, you know, I'm always here.
Of course, man. Anytime you want to make a mega pack, we'll knock out the next painters, whatever. You know what I mean? I got them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I got the titles. I got all the ideas locked and loaded. You just, you know what I mean? You take your time though. Like whatever, like, you know, it ain't no rush too. Like, you know, there's always gonna be more life to live and more music to make. So I'm not even in no fucking like, oh, we're done with this one. Like we're gonna work on the next album when we're trying to still promote this one. Like it don't work that way, bro. Like, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I got y'all. You know, we locked in. You know, I got talking about cooking. I got sample folders for days. I still got so much samples and stuff to you know bust down and flip. So you know.
I already be knowing.
I'm gonna come up with something, but yeah, you know, just know we forever locked in.
I heard a couple of the unreleased joints on the beat battle. Remember?
Oh yeah, you did tune in for that, Chava. Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, yes sir.
Me and
Key City.
I appreciate you tuning into that. Me and Key.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan first.
Wanting to battle me for a minute, so we had to get it in.
Yeah, I'm always tune in when it's you. You know, you feel me?
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, and me and you got, like I said, got some separate stuff too.
No, hell yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna let them know. We just gonna let them find out when it drops.
Yeah, we gonna let them find out. I ain't even posted no snippets or nothing like that.
Fuck yeah. Well, all right, Jay, I appreciate you for taking your time out and, you know, just saying a few words on the show. You know what I mean? If they don't know who JBL, if they didn't know who he was before, they definitely gonna fucking know who he is now.
They gonna know that they gonna know that JB the illest. They gonna know.
You hear Chava?
Oh, yeah.
He said they gonna know JB the illest, bruh.
Hey, salute both of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, we locked in. And appreciate you having me. I know I've been on the show a couple of times, man. But like I said, I don't care. You know, I'm always happy to make an appearance wherever I can fit in at. You know.
Of course, man. It's sick to me that like we've been locked in, and the fact that we could bring Chava in, and it just like it works. It's like synergy. It's like everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, bro. And I love that. Like I couldn't have done this album without him. I couldn't have done it without you. And it's like that's what makes it like so much more better, is that it's a team effort. You know, we're like the fucking who are the three from the Bulls?
Pippen, Jordan, and you could say Rodman, or Pippen, Jordan, Kerr.
Yeah, Pippen, Jordan, Rodman.
Or you could say Shaq, Kobe. You could say Shaq, Kobe, and Robert Horry, because all of them were clutch. You know, so
there you go, man.
Yeah.
But Jay, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna talk to you soon, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Much love. Salute you guys. I appreciate y'all.
Salute, bro.
Salute. One love.
Peace.
That was one of the illest motherfucking producers that is
behind the fly shit. Album. He's the reason we talking that talk.
Seriously, bro.
So,
like a producer like Jay don't really come around, bro. Like I remember when I first heard his beats, I'm like, this fool reminds me of Jay Dilla, bro.
Not only that, Jay's not even cocky.
He's super humble.
And Jay is ill. Jay is ill as fuck, you know? And there's producers that I've worked with before, and they get, you know, like a certain future, and they think they're better than everyone just because they got that certain future, and you
Not
know
him.
they get out of character with themselves. But nah, Jay, like, it's like he knows he makes ill beats. That's why he's so kicked back, you know, because you know he's just gonna keep him coming. Like he ain't worried about nothing else. Like, bro has the fucking, he has the ear, bro. He has the ear.
He really does.
A lot of you producers do not have a ear. You guys start buying a beat pad and start tapping nonsense on them squares. Y'all better cut it out.
Why you gotta do him like that though?
Bro, I feel like a lot of producers, they're just like popping because of like the cosigns that they get, but then we hear this shit and then we're just like, you know, like,
what is this?
what it like? It's like for us, you know, like it's for anyone that's like, I don't want to say like underground, but that ain't really out there like that. Like, we all have that producer or someone that we know that's like, they're just like a diamond in the rough, and like, you know, their beats are fucking ill, and you know, it's like Alchemist, bro. He's been grinding since forever, and I don't want to say he's barely getting his flowers, but a lot of people are starting to recognize him way more than then, and I feel like he was more popping then, you know, like he had the better futures then, you know, with Mobb Deep, you know,
Locks.
Yeah, the Locks, like, bro, like, and then Jay's like that, like that diamond in the rough, you know, like he did his studies, he did his work, you know, he knows what it takes to make a fucking ill fucking instrumental, bro.
He really does though. And I think what's funny on the album is like a lot of the songs, especially with the hooks, is like references to like weed and shit. And I don't even smoke anymore. High Times, Quarter Bags. There's more shit than that, but it's like Jay gives me those beats. Didn't I say that to you about Quarter Bags?
Yeah.
Or was it High Times where I was like, it made me feel like I was high without being faded?
Yeah, High Times.
Was it High Times? Are you sure? I thought it was Quarter Bags.
High Times.
It was High Times? You'll probably know. You'll probably remember more than me and shit. That's how blazed out I got so blazed that I just be forgetting shit. That I
High
don't know.
Times. Yeah, I mean, a lot of, Painter's Palisade, bro. Just in general, like, it's, I just can't wait for people to hear it. Like, for the people that really fuck with my music, you know, and then like that know that I work with you already, like, they should expect something good already, you know. I'm not gonna give them.
They shouldn't expect nothing less.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give them nothing less than that, cause if I tell them I'm gonna give them fly shit, I have to give them fly shit. You know, I have to deliver. I have to be a man of my word. So, but a lot of the rhymes came from, you know, living inspiration. You know, it came from
inspired by life.
Yeah, inspired by life, inspired by the homies. You know, them moving up and in life and shit. You know, and like seeing them accomplish what the fuck they got to do and shit. Like, you know, like you should get inspired by shit like that, you know. And if you don't, you just hating. Like,
yeah, you're a hater if you look at your homies and be like, why does this fool have this shit going? Like, that should be me.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
Like,
that's lame as fuck.
I mean, I feel like you gonna get it. It's just not your time right now.
Yeah, but why you thinking like all jealous and shit? That's not getting you nowhere, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, just inspired. Like, the homies moving up. You know, smoking good weed. Shout out to Zushi, you know. Fucking good weed, good beats.
Good music.
You know. Shorties, all the good looking shorties too, you know. That inspired a lot of the rhymes and shit, you know. If you pay attention, you'll hear it. You know, but you know, there's a lot of shorties that inspired me, so you know.
Yeah, man. I think for me, the inspiration just came. Really, it was just like the music. You know what I mean? I think the music comes first, and whatever it is I'm feeling at the time, that's just what you get. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those necessarily like I have to fucking watch a sunset in East Los or something to get that street vibe. Like, I don't understand that. You know what I mean? I just need to listen. I need to be in that chamber. That music takes me into that chamber, and it was like Quarterbacks and High Times were one of those worlds. Like, it brought me in a state of euphoria that reminded me of like either some fucking Lemon Kush. I remember when I smoked, that was one of my favorites, Lemon Kush, Purple Kush, whatever it is. And it brought me back to that. Like, I don't want people thinking like, oh, this fool smokes now. Like, no, dude. Like, it's just kind of
we giving you guys what you want to hear, man. Just look at it that way.
And be happy about it.
50 Cent did high all the time. That motherfucker, he probably did smoke then, but we for sure know he ain't
don't
smoking.
Smoke now.
He don't smoke,
I can't smoke weed.
You gotta give.
Make me
sometimes you gotta give the people what they want to hear. It's like the hip hop cats that make a song for the club. It's not their cup of tea, but they're doing it because they're giving people what they want to hear.
But it's not even like I wanted to give you something that you wanted to hear. It was more like that's what it made me feel. Like that's how like, okay, I'm not smoking, but that brought me back to when I was smoking, and it's just like, quarterback zipping up a pack when you roll with me.
Yeah. No, yeah, a lot of even the beat itself could just be nostalgia. Like, damn, like this shit reminds me of when I was doing this, or when we were smoking this, or like going to the dispensary and just picking up. And yeah, because I mean now it's different. I mean, a lot of shit changed as far as the weed goes. So
oh yeah, the weed game is so different. The weed game is just like, I don't know, man. Like they be spraying the shit with fucking fentanyl now and all kind of shit. Like, why would you do that, bro? When we were younger, when we were kids, they used to tell us don't smoke weed because that shit would be laced. Then it was pretty obvious. Like, you see some fucking crack rocks or some shit in that shit. You're like, what
you'll be able to tell.
You were able to tell. Now it's just kind of like, fuck, I can't tell if you know what I mean. You'd have to be going through like reputable establishments to know for sure. Like, they don't fuck around. Like, they're not gonna give you that cartel fucking cartel casserole or whatever the fuck that shit is, bro.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, like what do you want to say, like, just to like end it off, like, about the album?
There's one thing I could probably say for sure. It's for sure in my eyes, it's non-skippable. If you're a real person that enjoys music, and you like smooth, fly, melodic, like we're just we're giving you like that how can I say it? Like, we're giving you Mexican Spanish rap, but it ain't your typical can't think outside the box Spanish rap. Like, we're coming way different with it. Like, our Spanish ain't the Spanish rap that you would hear back in the day. It's nowhere near that, so get the Aquid and Lil Rob thoughts out the way, because it's not what you're going to hear. You're going to hear more like, I feel like our music is like a mix of like party, probably like 80s Coke parties mixed with a little like like,
that's funny.
Like, it's like the vibe you get from it. It's like it's like if Jay Dilla, which would be Jay, if he was like around motherfucking hustlers and just like different types of living that contributes to the flyness of the album. Whether it's us like grinding from when we were kids, you know, certain types of sneakers, type of apparel that we wear, you know, like fucking as far as clothes, windbreakers go, you know, shit like that. Everything plays a part in the album. Painter's Palisade, August 18th. We should be dropping a video, right? Day before or day after?
No, that day I want to drop right in the day of. Okay, and then High Times will drop before. So by the time they listen to this, hopefully they've already watched the videos. Okay, so they get a better understanding of.
Okay, so you know. Yeah, so Painter's Palisade, you know, Chava Style, Big Serbs, JBL. I believe it's like 14 tracks. You know, yeah, 14.
With the skit?
Yeah, I believe with the skit it's 14 tracks total. You know, from Everlasting to Operation Get the Money. I'm naming the first and the last 2 tracks. That's all you guys are going to get because we already been saying the other names for the other tracks. If you ain't been paying attention, then
that's on you, bro.
You will sooner or later. But, yeah, you know, Painter's Palisade, I want to say it's a fucking...
It's a masterpiece,
It's a masterpiece. It was put together properly. Even though we did it in a short amount of time, the inspiration and the influence for it was there, and that's the reason it got done fast. But you wouldn't think when you listen to it that it was done in such a fast process. You're gonna think we took maybe like how rappers did back in the day, waiting 3 years to drop an album. Now we finished this shit in literally like 2-3 weeks, like.
Well, more like 6 sessions.
Yeah, well, we added extra songs.
Yeah, but the bulk of it was done in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, you know, but we added extra songs just for the sake of it, you know.
Because we wanted to give y'all something different. We didn't want y'all to just have like Riding and High Times.
It was supposed to be just 11, and then I believe we added Flying Bird.
9, right? I wanted 9. I was shooting for 9, and then we just added like 5 more.
No, I think we had 11 on it though, and then we added like 3 more. It's just the skit.
Originally I wanted just 9, but then we
the
just
skit,
kept getting
the
more
skit was never in place until like after everything. Okay. You know. Yeah. That's why I say 11, and then we added 3 more tracks, which was Serbia Andretti,
Walking Bucket.
Yeah, Walking Buckets and Flying Birds. Those were like the last 3. You know, to get added on that we, and then as far as that went, you know, like we did the order for it, you know, and where this goes, like we sat down, we did a session for it, you know, what would be the first song, what will follow after that, what goes that, and then, you know, but the album came out solid, like from 1 through 14, even the skit. I feel like the skit itself was gonna shit on on a lot of people's projects, just the skit itself, you know, just because we threw in our flavor of you know, of what should be on the, as far as like comedy goes, you know, or like skits on the album, like, you know, like you're gonna see where we were going with it, you know, as far as like we could have a good time too, like you could have a laugh, you know, like it's not just like you could laugh on the way to the bank, right, being fly and shit. So that's what the Charlie Murphy skit kind of is.
Rest in peace to Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy.
He's like super inspiration of like his, because he was another one of those where his comedy was like outside the box type thinking, and when you listen to the album, that's what you're gonna get, really outside of the box. Ain't nobody fucking with this album. Nobody's coming the way we're coming with this album. Before we end it off, bro, what's the message of the day?
The message of the day. What is the message of the day? What is the message of the day? I would say it's all right. It's all right. It's still, and I'm gonna go back to Sauce from the first episode. I was telling my boy Vic, you know, one day we was going to work. You know, it's all good. It's all good. It's still Sauce. Just don't forget where you got it from. You know,
they could never forget where they got the sauce from.
Always remember where you got it from. Just don't get out of pocket with it.
Exactly. But I feel like on top of that, it's like we know where you getting this shit from. You know where you getting this shit from. So don't even front and act like you invented some shit that you really didn't, bruh. Because no idea is original.
I'm gonna be honest. Just once the album drop, I'm gonna be on some Ghostface, Raekwon shit. I don't want nobody sounding like Painter's Palisade. Okay, don't hit up Jay.
No,
don't try
do
to
that.
go and like.
Can I get a B?
Like-
Can I get Can I get high times on my shit?
Don't try to duplicate what we do and like just do what you do, because we doing what we do. If it inspires you, that's cool, but just don't.
Cause we gonna know what you gonna do. Hey,
Just don't go there.
I've known Chava Style for 20 years. Can I get a B? No, you don't. Chava Styles don't know you at all. Don't know you at all. You definitely don't know Big Serbs. You know, if you asking them kind of dumb fuck questions.
But yeah, Painter's Palisade, August 18th. Look out for the album. Shit is phenomenal. Shit is fucking a masterpiece at work. I can't wait for you guys to listen to that shit. You know, I'm a big fan of it myself, because I feel like I outdid myself personally. So
Same here.
that's why I want everyone to hear it. You know, as far as my sound goes, like from when people heard me from when I was in high school to like now. So, you know, so I feel like now this is like the best version of me. I'll probably have better shit coming, but for now, this is like the best.
The definitive, the defining moment. That's just hard as fuck. Chava, I'd like to thank you for coming
Yes, sir.
on
You already know.
the Guys Hour podcast.
Yes, sir.
Everybody look out for the album, August 18th. It'll be everywhere. iTunes don't. So you can't tell me, oh, I didn't get a chance. No, bro. A title. It'll be everywhere, like everywhere. You know what I mean? YouTube.
Just a quick little thing too. I don't want to hear that you can't repost the shit when you see that it has the motherfucking paper airplane fucking icon on the page. Don't hit me, and like, I mean, it's always a fucking domino effect.
People coming with that shit now. I can't repost it.
It's a domino effect. They'll wait till a certain someone reposts it, and everyone will start reposting
get
it.
the fuck
So
out of here.
if you want to do me the favor, if you want to repost it, don't even tell me you're gonna repost it. Just repost it.
Just do it, and we'll know.
Hey, surprise me, because it's a rarity nowadays. Motherfuckers can't do that. Don't even tell me. Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't, you know what I'm saying?
When I get home from work, don't worry, dog. I'm gonna listen to the album.
Yeah, don't tell me like, oh, it's hard. Bro, don't tell me. You want to show me that you fuck with it? Repost it without even telling me, and then I'll know.
Because we're not gonna ask
where you stand. Yeah,
we're not asking artists.
Oh, bro.
Believe me, I've never done that. I've never asked nobody none of that shit.
You guys should be happy that I'm not one of them dudes that be in your DMs asking you to repost this shit. I feel like if you don't fuck with it, you don't fuck with it. And if you do, if you repost it, shit, much respect.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm not gonna force you to repost something you're not rocking with. So if you're rocking with it, we appreciate you, So salute to you if you do.
You already know what it is. It's your boy, Big Cervavelli, Chava Styles, and JB Ill, a Painter's Palisade. This is the God's Hour.
And we out.
Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower, to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. He wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.